military commissions are definitely not perfect. And the federal courts themselves are not perfect. And that is why it's best in the United States national security when the government has the discretion to decide whether we should use a federal court or a military commission. It's not some arbitrary standard. The reason why the current system is so successful, either federal courts or military commissions, is because the government currently has the discretion to decide which one we should use. In this speech, I'm going to be going over two main points. First of all, there's no significant harm, and second, that of compromising national security. I'm going to be responding to the speech that the affirmative team speaker said in their, they said in their second affirmative constructive. First, there's no significant harm. The affirmative team is not claiming that there's any human rights violations. They're not claiming that our military commissions are immoral. They're simply talking about closure. They talked about efficiency, but like my partner pointed out, there's no impact to efficiency. The entire point here is that, how does this harm American citizens? See, if we're going to make a reform, we have to talk about what is the tangible harm that we're trying to solve. And that's the problem with the affirmative team's plan. They can't actually prove to you a tangible harm or that American citizens are actually being harmed currently. We're holding these masterminds of 9/11 indefinitely in Guantanamo Bay. How is that a problem to our United States national security? Further closure is only one part of justice. The affirmative team talks about how we need to provide justice, but that's simply one component of what justice is. So that's misleading for the affirmative teams to say that we're going to uphold justice when it's simply one component that doesn't even affect our national security. They said that currently, I'd like to respond to some of the points that the affirmative speaker said. They said that the current system is arbitrary. My response is that we have discretion currently. We have discretion. The reason why the current system isn't arbitrary is because the government has the discretion for whether we're going to use a federal court or a military commission. This is a very, very important point. See, the reason why the current system is so beneficial is because our government gets to decide whether we're going to use a federal court or a military commission. Under the affirmative team's plan, even if it's not beneficial to use a federal court, we will still be using a federal court, meaning we lose that discretion. This is from Michael Muscovsky on October 19, 2009, quote, "It appears likely that certain charges could not be presented in a civilian court because the proof that would have been offered could, if publicly disclosed, compromise sources and methods of intelligence gathering. The military commission's regimen established for use at Guantanamo was designed with such considerations in mind. It provided a way of handling classified information so as to make it available to a defendant's counsel while preserving confidentiality." Quote. So this piece of evidence talking about how military commissions are distinctly different from federal courts legally. Why that's important is that the government can have the discretion to use them. They talked about how we tried 360 international terrorists. Here's the problem with that piece of evidence, is that it was talking about international terrorists in general, not specifically those who are higher international terrorists in Guantanamo Bay.
We will be taking prep time. We have 3 minutes and 28 seconds.